This amendment would address serious flaws with the proposed legislation and give much-needed consideration to the best interests of the child through surrogacy contracts. Under the plain language of the bill before us today, anyone who is a dangerous felon, including those with child abuse and neglect convictions, even those with criminal sexual conduct convictions, would be eligible to hire a surrogate and become the legal parent of the child. This lack of most basic screening puts Michigan children at risk. In the normal foster care and adoption process, we ensure the environment is safe, and we do so for good reason. Children are a vulnerable population, and it is critical that we ensure basic safeguards are in place to protect them from known predators. While the overwhelming majority of people seeking to become legal parents through surrogacy do so with good intentions, there is the unfortunate reality that there will be instances when bad actors will exploit this new process because it lacks proper safeguards. This amendment would help keep children safe by putting those basic safeguards in place, requiring criminal background checks and screening out those with convictions for criminal sexual behavior or child neglect and abuse. Another blatant loophole in this bill is that while the requirement exists for surrogates to have a medical evaluation, and both surrogates and intended parents must complete a mental health consultation, there is no disqualification process if any of the information comes back negative. If a woman is determined to have a high-risk pregnancy, either for physical or mental health reasons, there's nothing to stop the contract from being executed anyway. The evaluation requirement as written is nothing more than a meaningless check in the box, and a child or a surrogate could be put into an unhealthy or even life-threatening situation. This amendment would screen out potential surrogates or intended parents if they do not pass the screenings. In addition, this amendment would require best interests of the child analysis to be approved by a court before the surrogacy contract could be finalized. This same requirement applies in both the adoption and foster care processes. It is in the best interest of the child to ensure that they are received into a home that is prepared to take on parental responsibilities. This amendment also allows for intended parents to pursue damages if a surrogate violates the surrogacy agreement and conducts behavior detrimental to the health and welfare of the unborn child. While I fully agree, the overwhelming majority of surrogates would never purposefully harm the unborn child they are carrying, it is an inevitability that some, however few, will, and the consequences for that child and for the intended parents will be significant. It is fitting to have this safeguard in place to ensure the intended parents can seek legal recourse for behavior that harms the child. Thank you, and I urge support for this amendment.